Peace and love. Peace and love.
Oh, Rich, this is your dad.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, let's go, baby. What more can you ask for than a beautiful Saturday like this? All you beautiful people joining me right now for this. I know you're saying, Mikey, you don't work on the Saturday. That's the day before the Lord's Day. Well, not today. We have so many court cases we haven't gotten to because of limited time that we've recorded and had backlogged. I decided, why not come on a Saturday and clear out the computer a little bit. So today we're going to do 3 TPO cases with 3 different judges. Manning, of course, being one of them. You got Judge Dude with his hair, and Judge Woke will be presiding over, I think, the first case we'll watch today. Need everybody to do me a huge favor real quick. Like the video, because the likes and the comments down below mean a lot. Not just to me, but to YouTube's. Secondly, there was a comment yesterday. Somebody said that they liked the channel, but they were turned off because I was begging for money. So reading that comment, I decided to put my Cash App up above my head. Since I'm begging for money and being accused of it, even though I never have, there it is. Mikey's birthday, Tuesday. So to that person, have a nice one. If you don't get the long running jokes with some of these people that we're hanging with all the time, I can't help that. We have a special relationship. Just ask some of these beautiful people. I mean, just take a second. Ask Dennis. Ask Terminator. Our golfer Lisa, perhaps. Or even the way out there, Funk. Good to see everybody. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I just wanted to run through that and thank everybody. Thank everybody for taking time out of their day. Maybe this will become a regular thing. I don't know. We'll see. Really quick, a little bit of personal business. Look at Bigfoot. Bigfoot, I didn't even have to beg you for any money. Bigfoot is on the Saturday Crew Car Special. So let's go ahead. We'll get into some of these cases. Of course, like always, we're going to talk about them. We're going to stop. We're going to analyze a few things, but I will not talk over the case. I promise you this, unless it's just to say, hey, let's get into it, kids. I tell you, no respect.
Testimony. You need to understand that anything you say in these proceedings, if there are any pending or potential future criminal charges, anything you say in these proceedings can be used against you in the prosecution of your criminal case. So before you make any statements about anything, and sometimes things that you think are helpful can be harmful depending on how things turn out in any criminal case. All right. The criminal case is not before me, but I need you to understand that if you elect to testify in this case. So do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes,
Chuck?
ma'am.
Okay. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to ask both of you to raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Miss Good?
Good to see you.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And Miss McCullum?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. All right. You can put your hands down. Miss Good, I'm going to ask you to please state your name for the court, please.
Summer Good.
All
And
good.
how do you know the respondent?
She's my child's father, other baby mama.
Okay. So y'all share children with the same man?
Clear
Yeah,
and
basically.
concise.
All right. And
Welcome.
how long have you known her?
About 6 years.
You said 6 years?
Yes.
And I'm just taking notes. So if it looks like I'm not looking up the whole time, I'm taking notes so I make sure I get everything straight.
If you're taking notes at home, I will golf for Lisa. Thank you for the 2 bones. All right, so just be clear and concise. Like she said, these 2 ladies share a man. No, I mean like literally, but they share a father to their children. So again, that makes it even worse that they can't get along. The nicest.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So what prompted you to file this petition on February 6th of this year?
A situation occurred January 28th, I believe, at a recreation center with me and Miss McCullen.
Recreation center. That's not good. There's children there.
All right. And what happened on that date?
Someone was having a visual that my sister threw, like my sister threw the visual. And
Wait,
Miss
hold on a
McCullen,
second. Hold on. I'm having a little bit of hard time hearing. You're a little muffled. When you
yeah,
said,
my phone keeps doing that. It keeps going in and out.
okay, I can hear you. So you said you were at a recreation center and I heard something about a visual.
Yes, it was
Oh, a vigil. Was it a vigil?
Yes.
Got it. Okay, so there was a
Are we going to have the whole day of the judge misunderstanding words that are being said? Could she think there was a visual? No, a vigil. Somebody had passed. Miss Nutty.
vigil at a recreation center, and what happened?
Okay, so I came up there, but I had left. So when I came back, it had got dark already. So Miss McCullen has a TPO out against me, which I am aware of, and I know I'm not supposed to be around her.
Mhm.
To shorten, the vigil was over. I was leaving. Before I was getting ready to leave, I was walking down the hill. Miss McCullen came running behind me with an umbrella and swung the umbrella at me. And her and my sister got into a physical altercation, which she assumed I jumped in. And she went on social media, which you will see the evidence, where she was saying that we were going to have to fight and it is never going to be over. And she would piss on my baby and just going on and on. And
Maybe I'm hearing things like the judge, but did that lady just say this other female threatened to piss on her baby? Now, I'm not up with the most current vernacular, but is pissing on a baby the same thing as just pissing on a baby? And is that a real threat? How is she going to get the time to do that? I mean, she's going to break into that. How do you? I'm just confused. She would explain that one. How do you piss? How do you piss on a baby?
I filed this petition because I'm trying to protect me and my child, like she's trying to protect her and her child.
Okay. Have you had any contact with her before that since the TPO was issued in May?
No, ma'am, I was pregnant at the time. I had not seen her in a year almost.
So had she communicated with you at any point or made contact with you at any time before this date on February 6th?
She hadn't communicated with me, but she have had words with me and her have mutual parties, and they have came back and told me things that she have said.
So were these things she said to tell you, or were these things
Yes.
that she was just saying about you?
It was things she was saying to tell me.
Okay. And what sort of messages and around when were those?
Okay, you said what was said during the time?
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mayor.
give me some examples around approximately when they were communicated to you and by who.
Okay, around August of last year, it was told to me that she had a gun. She was walking around with a gun. Okay, then
Pew
like
pew.
Well,
This
let me
is
ask you this. You said August of last year she had a gun and was walking around with a gun
looking for me and my
looking
child's
for you.
father.
Did
Trisha?
she
Yes.
say, so did they say she said to say she was looking for you, or just they saw her and she was looking for you?
No, they said she was looking for me and my child's father.
But did they say to tell you to let you know that she was looking for
Yes.
you? Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
That's called a third-hand notification, in case you're wondering, kids. Billy.
And obviously,
Oh, kissing. I could have swore she
on.
said pissing, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. She want to
All
kiss her
right.
baby? Why would you want to kiss this lady's baby?
And
Why is that a threat? Does she got mouth sores?
have you, I mean, obviously, if she has a temporary protective order prohibiting contact with you, have you made it known to her that you do not want any contact with her?
Yes, I have. I have made it known to everybody that I did not want any contact with her.
All right. And have you initiated any contact with her?
No.
All right. All right. What happened after and this place where she reportedly showed up with a gun? What was this location and what is it in relation to you?
It was my child's father's house. He used to stay on Metropolitan in some apartments called Heartland Station.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to come over there all the time because she used to be dating the girl upstairs.
Mm. Hey
And
now.
they said she used to be in the breezeway. Like they have caught her in the breezeway trying to see if we were gonna come outside. Like,
I think you just froze.
can you
When she froze real quick, at the very beginning of this, she did say that the other woman already has a TPO against her. So now she's trying to get one against her. They're trying to get competing TPOs against each other at this point. And we're at a vigil, bringing pew-pews to a vigil. So that's never a good thing, right?
hear me now?
Okay. Yeah. So you said trying to see if you were going to come outside. I know people observed them there. Did she tell them to tell you that she was there?
No, they didn't. She didn't tell them to tell me she was there.
Okay.
I do, Edward.
So people just said that she was there looking for you.
Basically, yes.
All right. All right. Did you ever see her there then?
No.
Okay. So what happened after August?
After August, I don't recall anything else happening until January of this year. 3 days before the incident happened at the recreation center, it was told to me by one of her friends that she
Okay,
was
hold on a second. Do you have that person here today to testify?
No, I don't have that person
Okay.
today.
So otherwise that's going to be hearsay.
Okay, but
And so
I
no.
we
do
can't go into that. So something happened 3 days before the recreation center incident.
mhm.
And did you
You'll be fine, Vinny.
get well, her friend said something to you.
Basically.
Okay. And then what happened?
Nothing happened after that. I seen her 3 days after that situation, and that's when all this drama started happening.
Sarge.
Okay. When you say all this drama, tell me what it is.
Her and my sister getting into an altercation, her going on social media, just doing a lot, just doing too much. Telling
And she's
business.
sending you is she sending you messages on social media?
No, because I have her blocked.
She was
But if I
armed.
did not have her blocked, she would send me messages. She used to.
When's the last time you received a message from her on social media?
Probably back in 2021.
It's been a while.
All right. And do you follow any of her social media?
No.
Okay, so you have not directly been communicated anything on the social media, right?
No.
All right.
Dick
All
Harris,
right.
baby. Thank you, sir.
All right. After the incident at the recreation center, what happened?
Nothing happened after the incident at the recreation center. I spoke with officers, and basically I don't have a warrant. I haven't seen any warrants pop up. And this situation, I went and took a TPO out on her a week after that happened, and now we're here in court.
Okay.
Good to
Okay.
see you,
And
Rose.
also, I'm asking these specific questions, not to discount anything that you're saying, but
Mhm.
because under the law for a stalking petition, there's certain findings of fact I have to be able to find involving a course of conduct, a certain number of specific contacts over a period of time. Stalking is the kind of the highest level of protective order because there's no direct familial relationship between the parties. And so that's why I'm asking these
Good to know,
questions that
Larry.
I'm asking. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any other evidence you would like me to consider?
No, I
And
have
let
a
me say
witness.
this. So this evidence, I know you mentioned that you had submitted some evidence to the court. The court doesn't automatically, I mean, the clerk stores what your proposed submissions are, but I don't look at it until you bring it to my attention and we decide that it's something I can look at, okay, legally. So I haven't looked at anything. Is there any evidence that you have submitted that you want the court to look at?
Nothing but
I have
hearsay today.
videos that I would like the court to look at. Yes.
Have you submitted them already?
Yes, I have.
Okay, Madam Clerk, can you tell me, and well, tell me what these videos are?
It's 3 different videos. One video is her admit.
If her videos are any in her phone sound and volume and everything else is any indication of what we're going to get with these videos, I'm just totally stoked.
To being in the
Pass.
same place where I was, knowing that she had a TPO out on me.
So,
Another,
okay, go ahead, and I'll ask you about them after you tell me what the 3 are. Go ahead.
okay, the other video is her basically saying
Nope.
that she was gonna piss on my baby when she seen my baby. Another video was
She just said it again. She's going to. It's not kiss. It's definitely piss. She said she's going to piss on this lady's child. The judge is just going to let that go. I mean, we're not going to say piss on the baby.
I can't recall that video. I would have to go back and look and see.
And what are the approximate dates of these?
They were January the 28th.
And bingo was its name. Oh,
And how did you get these videos?
They were sent to me from mutual friends.
Third
Okay,
hand.
so she did not send these to you.
No, she didn't.
Oh, those things are hot. I've had those. Very hot. Courtney.
Okay.
Going to kick the baby?
So in the first one, admitting to being in the same place as you after the TPO, what was that in relation to? Do you know?
The situation that had happened, like,
So that was the rec center.
yes.
Okay. And then the second one, is that just involving your kids being at your child's father's house
Yes.
or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then, all right. And do you know what the third one is?
The third one, okay, I remember. The third one was basically her saying that every time she see me or my sister, we're gonna have to fight, basically.
Do you know around when that was posted?
It was, all of this was the same day, January 28th.
So these were all on the same day.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you excuse me for a second? I need to pick my baby up.
Okay.
From school.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Physically, not leave the house.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
again while she's picking up the baby. I'll go ahead and give Cole a hallelujah because I know Cole sent over some PP. Thank you. There's 140 of you watching on all the platforms. Please like this video wherever you're at. Subscribe.
All right. All right. There are, Madam Clerk, do you see 3 videos?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Baby.
Miss McCollum, do you have any objection to the playing of these videos?
They live in South Park.
You're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. You said, do I have what, ma'am?
Any objection to the playing of these videos that she has just mentioned?
No.
All right. All right. And about how long are these videos, Miss Good?
They're very short. I think they're like probably one is probably like 4 seconds. The longest one is probably like 10 seconds. They're not that long.
Okay. All right. Well, since there's no objection, I'll go ahead and let Madam Clerk, can you play the first one?
What the hell? Is she playing it on our stereo?
I think
Huh?
All right.
That was clear and concise.
Do you know what that video was?
No.
Madam, Miss Good, do you know what that video was?
Yes, that's her saying she was gonna piss on my son.
Gonna kiss on your son. Okay.
Piss. P-I-S-S.
Oh, pit. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit different.
Piss. I told you it was piss. I knew it. Piss. Is that a thing now? I'm not hip. I'm an old dude, man. But I've never, in any altercations at any time, have I looked at somebody and said, I'm going to piss on your car, or I'm going to piss on your wife, or I'm going to piss on, to threaten to piss on somebody's kid. It's like the ultimate disrespect, right? Well, you never know. Maybe. British Broadcasting Company, right? I knew it. That's way, way different. Not a little bit. That's way different. Judge, you ever been peed on?
And that was that same day?
Yes.
Okay. But that was not sent to you, right?
No, that was sent to me, but that was sent to me by a mutual party.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But it wasn't sent to you by her.
No, it wasn't sent to me by her.
Okay. And well, I can't, is that party present today?
Oh, boy.
No, that party is not present.
Okay, well then I won't go farther on that. All right, Madam Clerk, could you play the next video?
Girl, well, you know it a week. They gonna have to fight all their life when they do get out of jail.
Where are we?
You know, they say all your life you gotta fight. Boy, on God.
I mean, the video is really bad, and either she's at NASA or a hospital. But that is some of the worst internet than Creed's.
That's on my mama. My mama can't wake up by her grave right now. That's on Bun. So
These people.
All right.
y'all be asking so how they taping her sister.
Okay.
All right, so that looks like, was that a screen recording from someone else that they sent to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is that person here today?
That person was here, but they stepped out.
They stepped out. But guess who stepped in? B-E, Ben in, would it be Bone or Ben? I'll just spell it out. B-N-E. Thank you. And welcome. And hallelujah. That's not. All right, we'll go with that. And thank you, Fire Captain. Thank you, guys. Okay, let's get back into this. I need more piss story.
All right. And that's just something that allegedly she posted on her feed?
Yes.
Was that a smoke detector we heard?
All right. All right, Madam Clerk, can you play the next one, please?
I was following her sister. Not, we at a park. You can go to a park. No, y'all was scared. That what it was. You was scared.
I don't understand a freaking word she just said.
All right. And was that sent to you by the same person?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Do you have any other evidence that you would like the court to consider or any witnesses?
I do have witnesses, but they're not. They have stepped out right now.
All right. Well, I'm
So
going to
they
go
don't
ahead
exist.
with and hear from the respondent. If they appear before we're done, we can bring them in if they want, if you can communicate with them, if they want to log back on. But otherwise we may have to proceed without them, okay?
Okay.
All right. So
I
Ms.
heard it.
McCollum, do you have any specific questions you would like me to ask Ms. Good about what she has testified to? Otherwise, you are allowed to then just go ahead and give me what you would like the court to know.
I hope
Okay,
not.
I just want to go on and go to what I like the court to know.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, first and foremost, she's not giving all the details. I have videos. I have witnesses also. It started back last year on May 14, 2022. This when I first went and did the TPO out on her. She posted 8 months before that, my residence was just broken into and I was shot 3 times. She posted my address on social media.
Are we saying that she had something to do with the break-in and the shooting?
Which is Instagram. She also, I got a video of her out in my neighborhood saying like she came to my house and all that. I went to Cobb County. They told me I had to do a TPO out on her because my resident was just broken into and I was just shot. So they told me to do a TPO out on her when I did call the police about my mailbox being broke. When I called the police, they told me to go to the county she resided in to do a temporary protection order. I did that. She was served. She came to court. She agreed to stay away from me and my son.
Again, this lady's already taken out a TPO against Miss Good down here on the bottom. It's vice versa. Miss Good's taking one out on her, which obviously none of the TPOs are working because they are still going at it and still making all these threats. Now, she was shot 3 times at her home and her mailbox was broken into. This lady's got some bad luck.
She also posted my dad's address on Instagram, saying that she'll go to his house next. After that, I haven't had no contact with her. On January 29th, 2023,
Grace.
I was at a candlelight visual. When the candlelight was over it, I was walking to the car. Her sister approached me from the back, said something about her sister and snatched on my jacket. So when her sister snatched on my jacket, I had an umbrella in my hand because it was raining. I did hear her sister with an umbrella. I never hit her, period. I never laid a finger on her, touched her or anything. While me and her sister was having the physical altercation, she jumped in the fight with a knife and she began stabbing me twice between my legs by my vagina area.
Did she have a knife? I've got to I mean, I hate to rewind this, but I've got to re-listen to that section. I'm sorry. Because I could have swore she just said she got stabbed in the vagina.
With an umbrella. I never hit her, period. I never laid a finger on her, touched her or anything. While me and her sister was having the physical altercation, she jumped in the fight with a knife and she began stabbing me twice between my legs by my vagina area. And
yep, that's what she said. This has got to be the most unluckiest woman on the planet. Her home was broke into. She was shot 3 times. Somebody tampered with her mailbox. Then this lady shows up and starts, yeah, do this live. Why not? This lady shows up and stabs her in the vagina.
The back of my legs. I have the video of the stabbing also. After that,
Can we see that? Hallelujah. Thank you,
I
Griggsy.
guess, I don't know. The police came to, I went to Grady. The police came to the hospital. However it went, they had a picture of her. The people at the park gave her and her sister name. They said they had 5 phone calls to 911 from the same location park. The park have cameras. I guess they went back and replayed the cameras. It was never a video right then of the physical altercation.
Yo.
Somebody ended up sending a video to my phone like 4 days later, showing her with the knife running around in the park.
She's just running around in the park with a knife after she had stabbed this poor lady in the vajayjay and in the back of the legs. All right, hold on. So the video we saw earlier that she was live streaming from what appeared to be a hospital probably was a hospital because she had just got stabbed in the vagina and had to go to the ER. I know I would not be right back on social media.
The investigator just called me yesterday on the case. He said the fugitive squad will be going to go pick her up shortly, and that was it.
That was a lot.
I'm sorry. Were you actually injured in this incident on the 29th?
Yes.
And so you said you went to Grady?
Mm-hmm. I have my medical paperwork papers. I have my police report. I have the video.
All right. What about those videos that she posted of you apparently talking on social media about her and her sister?
Yeah, because the police was looking for them at the time. I did get on live and I did say that they is going to jail. I did say that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me in the hospital bed at Grady. That was on January 29th, not the 28th. And it was around like 8:00 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
And then like
that threat doesn't sound as ludicrous, you know, when we find out that she was attacked and stabbed in the JJ. She was going to be on her baby now for revenge.
Days after that, after I guess she came and did a TPO on February 6th. That was like a week and a day later after the stabbing incident. On February 11th, she seen a friend of mine and pulled her to the side, asking my friend, could she talk to me and all this and that. My friend present here in court today. Ooh. She's waiting for y'all to let her in the room.
All right. Let's bring in, what's her name?
Tierra Stone.
All right.
Let's
Tierra.
Bring in Tiramisu. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Cole. Thank you, Griggsy, for becoming a member, probably again. If you'd like to re-up and become a member.
All right, Miss Stone.
Come on in. Thank you, guys.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
All right.
They're also good with the camera.
Oh, hold on. Wait, now we go. There we go. Miss Stone, can you unmute, please, and raise your right hand? There we go. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay.
Go out.
Miss McCullum, let me ask you this. Miss Stone, do you know Summer Good?
I know of her. I don't know her, like just knowing her.
Okay, but like do you know her by sight?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you know Jasmine McCullum?
Yes.
Okay. How do you know Jasmine McCullum?
We grew up together.
Okay. Miss Good, I'm gonna need you to stay on camera, please, ma'am. All right, Miss McCullum. Miss McCullum, you may ask her questions that you would like to ask her.
Okay, Tierra, she stated that one of my friends or somebody told her, I guess told her something after the stabbing incident. On February 11th, did she pull you to the side at a repast?
Yeah, we was at a repast, which is my cousin Deotic Daniel repast, and I came encounter with Summer Good. But before I came encounter with Summer Good, her sister was there at the repast because her sister had her baby by my brother. So they was there.
So I was already there though. I had been there when it first started, before her sister came, before she came.
This is
We
a
was
hell of a
playing
family
music,
tree.
this and the third. We was partying around about 7 something. I got a phone call from my other friend saying that she was on the way up there. Well, not Summer, which is my friend. She was saying she was coming up there to hang with me. So by this time, I guess they had to walk in. My friend and some of them had to walk in around the same time because it was dark when I seen her. And when she approached me first, because I was standing in a booth and I was telling the DJ to play a song. And when I was telling the DJ to play a song, she came
Man, they got a hell of a party going on. They got a DJ and everything. Kind of jealous.
up there trying to tell the DJ to play something too. And I was like, I think my cousin said something to her first, and then I was like, I got this. And then she was like, yeah, because he playing something. But make a long story short, we
Too
talked,
late.
and the conversation was about her talking to my friends. Basically,
Erica.
hey, by Wednesday, can you talk to her about Wednesday? That we was talking about why she stabbed Diamond. I asked her, I said, why did you do that? She said something, I can't even remember what she said because it was so much going on, but I can't remember the exact words she said. And
So
I
let
don't
me
want
stop you this real quick. So your testimony is that Miss Good asked you to see if you could talk to Miss McCullum by Wednesday for her.
But yes, she did. That was February the 11th, 2023 when I talked to her. Yes.
Okay. And what did you tell her?
And I was like, I will see. I will call my friend and see. I said, but are you sure you want to talk this situation out and y'all can let this go? She said, yeah, I'm positive. She had a friend with her. And I was with my mom and my cousin who is here now. He was out there too. So I asked her, I said, are you sure you want to let this go? Because it's really about nothing. It's really about y'all going back and forth about nothing. She was like, yeah, I'm sure. Get her right by Wednesday and we can see how we can handle this situation. And that was it. And I got out their car and got back in mine. But we was in front of her sister's door by this time.
Okay.
Miss
All
Dawn
right.
was also there at the recreation center at the park. She was also there too when the altercation happened with me and her sister getting into a physical fight.
Okay. So Miss Stone, tell me what you saw that day.
I can't remember the day, what the exact day was.
The day
It was
the day that
January
there was
28th.
Okay, January the 29th at 4:50, we left off in some apartments near Mechanicsville. When we left off in Mechanicsville, was my mom, Kennedy, which is my daughter, and my 2 sons, and my brother and my cousin, the person who's here now. And when we left out the door, it was like 4 something going on 4:50 because we got to Mechanicsville Recreation at 4:50 to be exact. I parked my car first. Jasmine parked her car after.
Mm.
And when Jasmine parked her car and I parked my car, I got out of my vehicle and sat in the car with Jasmine, which was me, my mom, and my daughter. And when I got out the car and sat in the car with her sister pulled on the side of us and
Now
got
let me ask you this. Hold on a second. When you say her, you were in the car with Miss McCullum.
Yes.
At that point, had you seen Miss Good?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So the first you see of Miss Good or her sister is at what point?
After we parked and sat for a minute and it started to drizzle a little bit because it was raining that day.
Mhm.
Drizzle.
It was like,
My nizzle.
I could say it was like 5:10, 5:12 to be exact when I seen the sister, but never seen her.
Okay. And so what happened after that? You're
When I
sitting in the
seen,
car and it started.
when we were just sitting in the car, we were just talking or whatever, and her sister pulled up on the side, and when her sister pulled up, she get out the car, but she get out the car and walk like she going towards the park, but turn right back around and get back in her car. So at this point, she backs out and my brother pull up. So when my brother pull in, I see him, just him with some balloons and whatever, whatnot. So he left his car parked right there. By this time, it was like 5:30. So I'm like, it's 5:30, y'all ain't started yet. So by this time, my other cousin walk on the side of Jasmine's car. Jasmine McCullum car, and was like, "Hey, what's up, Jasmine? Where you been? I ain't seen you in a minute." It was 5:30 though. I haven't seen Summer at all. So we get out the car. By this time, like 5:45 or something, we get out the car. We walk to the park. But the whole time, my kids was already at the park playing, which is my two sons, Samir and Sincere. My daughter was with me, but the two boys was at the park playing with my
Shout out.
cousin, who's here with me now. And we walked over there to the park, and we seen her sister. Her sister seen my mother and Jasmine, because Jasmine and my mother, who I can get on the phone right now, was standing next to each other up under one umbrella. It was only one umbrella up under the hood. And did nobody have an umbrella but Jasmine and my mama. And it was only one, and they was up under it together. So once we seen the sister, nobody never said nothing. By this time, it's getting dark, it's getting dark, it's getting dark. Her sister say, "We're waiting on someone. That's why we haven't started the candlelight." So by this time, it was like 6. It probably like 6:20 something. So she was like, "Everybody can, stand around and talk or whatever y'all need to do because I'm waiting on somebody." So at like 7 something, that's when I seen Summer. It was dark though. It was very dark. I didn't know who she was at first until I walked over there with a speaker, and she was like up under the hood with a hood on, and she said something to me, and her exact words was, "It's cold" or something. And I was like, "Dang, where you came from, girl?" They're my exact words to her. "Dang, where you came from?" And she never said anything. She, geeky, and I walked off. That was it. After that, we was letting the balloons go. Me, my mother, and Jasmine was still up under the hood. I don't know where Summer walked to because I wasn't paying attention to where she went from that point on. I just know that Jasmine was standing next to me and had my keys, asked me for my keys to go to the car. That was it. I didn't turn around and see who walked towards who. I didn't see where Summer went. I didn't know, like, I thought she had done left at that point because I never seen her after Jasmine asked me for my keys.
Damn, where you
Did
come
you see
from?
anything happen after that?
Did I see anything happen after what part?
After you gave Miss McCullum your keys?
When I gave her the keys, I didn't see her like walk off. I didn't see Summer walk off. But once I turned around after I heard Summer's sister say, "Diamond," that's when I turned around and seen the sister. I don't know her real name, so I just know her by Kato. That's where I see Kato run down there, and
A lot of pseudonyms, a lot of abbreviated names. The petitioner has gone just completely out of the picture over here, which should not be allowed. This testimony is amazing, by the way. This lady's very animated. I enjoyed a lot of it, but she's going a very long way around to get to the point of the lady attacking, her and stabbing her in the vagina.
grabbed Jasmine on the shoulder. And that's when Jasmine and Kato got into it. And they started fighting. Well, Jasmine swung an umbrella and hit Kato. When she hit Kato with the umbrella, they started fighting, but Summer Good was not right there when they first started fighting. My mama had done pushed her back.
Hey,
All
look
right.
out.
And so then what happened?
As they fighting, I see a knife. But by this time, my mama had done pushed her, so my mama had done already seen the knife. So once I seen her going at my mom, like by my mom's shoulder, I'm like, "Whoa, you tripping." Like, I'm trying to stop her. I'm telling her, like, "Stop, Summer, please stop." I'm begging her to stop, like, "Stop." She started running up. So I'm like, so that's when I grabbed her with one arm, and I had a bag in another hand. So I really couldn't grab her with both of my arms. So I had one arm on her and I had bag on the next arm, and she swung the knife, like swung it at me. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop. I ain't gonna break you up from doing nothing. I'm just gonna go get my friend. So that's when I went and got Jasmine and tried to pull her back. And that's when the fight had ended up being broke up. Once that broke up, Summer pulled out her phone and started recording Jasmine. And I'm telling Summer, like, nah, don't do that. By this time, Jasmine was already cut. I thought I had got down there before she got cut, but I did. We
Missed
walk
the
into the
cutting.
car. They go to the car. Kato walks back up on Jasmine at the car,
I
at my
need the
car,
video.
while my mama is holding Jasmine back.
Okay. All right. Anything else from this witness?
Did the judge really take notes, by the way? I mean, she claims she was, but I have a feeling she didn't write down anything. She was like drawing pictures and stuff, like me. She was a master storyteller. Thank you, Mayor, for the drop into the old PP on the monetary monorail Saturday. Crew car. All right, let's see if we can get through this.
Ms. McCollum?
No.
Ms. Good, do you have any specific fact questions for this witness?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is your question?
The night, what I believe she said it was February 11th. I'm not good with my dates, but the night of February 11th, I'm just being honest here. Like, could you ask her, did she or did she not agree to talk to me? Like, did she or did she not say something to me about the situation first?
Are you talking about the witness?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Stone.
I brought up.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask it because I'm not because there's no attorneys here. I'm going to be the go-between. Okay, so nobody gets too
Okay.
much in each other's faces.
Okay.
Ms. Stone, did you bring up communications between the two first with the petitioner, Ms. Good?
Once she pulled me to the side, yes, I did. Yes, because I know that's what she wanted to talk about. Yes, I did.
Okay.
I
So
told her how. I asked her what is going on. Yes, I did. I
okay.
most definitely did. I didn't say we didn't talk. I did. We did talk. Yes, I did say something to you, Percy. Yes, but you pulled me to the side first. I did ask you what's going on because I'm trying to figure out why are y'all going so deep into the situation when you and her was just talking.
Okay. And when you say they were just talking, what do you mean by that?
They was talking on the phone, communicating with each other before the baby daddy interrupted whatever they had going on. The thing about this situation, I've been in this situation since 2017. I never tried to get in the situation because it's not my situation. I'm not dealing with now one of them. Only thing I'm trying to do and tell my friend is it can be let go. You get what I'm saying?
Okay,
From
I
both
understand.
sides.
That's enough. I understand your position. Okay, so she answered your question. Do you have another question for her?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
All right. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your being here. You are excused. Thank you for your time
Okay.
today.
Thank you.
You may log off.
Where's this video?
All right. So I honestly, at this point, I don't need to hear any more evidence.
She can't take
I've
any
heard
more.
evidence of So first of all, I have to find there's a pattern over a period of time. What I've heard is that there's been some ongoing communications between the parties. I don't have any evidence of direct social media messages being sent to the petitioner. I would caution the respondent, if you have a TPO out,
Yes.
I would not mention her name anywhere, except for in any court proceedings or.
What about when they call me on three-way? Her and her baby father have a tend to call me on three-ways together.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not going to get into that because that TPO is not before me. I will say that the evidence I've heard may be grounds for contempt in the TPO case in Cobb County, as well as the possibility of aggravated stalking. So At this point, I have found insufficient evidence of stalking by the respondent to the petitioner based on the evidence that was presented to me today. So I'm going to dismiss this, but I would encourage both sides. Y'all are in very dangerous waters. This does not mean if there's any future communications that are unwanted, that there may not be a refiling in the future, but at this point, with the evidence I heard today, I'm dismissing it. And I would strongly encourage the parties to not have any communication whatsoever with each other. All right?
Okay, thank
If you
you.
get a copy of the order, you can contact the clerk if you don't.
Okay, so that's our first case that we're covering today. I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't granted. I mean, it doesn't seem, well, it does seem like all the fighting come from the other lady. I will say that. It seemed like, and she's already got her TPO in place. Real quick, let me thank Mama Tried. And I will golf for Lisa, who is strong arming the mayor and made him send us money in the PP. Hallelujah. All right, let's get into the next one. Some more TPO action today. So this judge can go and drown her sorrows. Oh, we got 100 likes. Well, that's good. Let's keep it going though. There's 195 of you here.
Sure. Can y'all raise your right hand? Y'all swear affirm testimony about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
The great Judge Manning, everyone.
Okay. So, Miss Maria Baker, can you tell me who Mr. Baker is to you?
Husband.
Okay. All right. Are you in the middle of a divorce? Have you filed a divorce or?
I'm trying to seek a legal separation.
Okay. All right. Just want to kind of get my foot in there. All right. And who is Monique Baker to you?
That's his daughter.
Okay. All right. So, but not your daughter together. It's his.
Excuse me, ma'am?
It's not your daughter with him, correct?
No, ma'am. Okay. Yes, no, ma'am.
All right. So, Ms. Baker, tell me why you want a TPO against Mr. Baker. Start with the most recent event, and you can just be direct, just specific.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
You said a recent event, right?
Yes, ma'am, and work back.
Okay. 4 months ago, ma'am, this is when it all started. He has not slept here because if he wants to bring his daughter here, she's schizophrenic and she's not on any medication. She's not being treated. She fights him. She attacked me 5 years ago and I went to jail because I was protecting myself. She was doing things to my dog and he wants to bring her back in here with me to live with that. And
when she says she was doing things with her dog, what does that mean? Okay, let me comb through this real quick. Mrs. Baker is married to Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker has a daughter from a previous marriage or relationship, and the daughter is schizophrenic. And Miss Baker has already gone to jail from an altercation with this daughter. And now the problem is Mr. Baker wants to bring her back in. So the TPO is against Mr. Baker's daughter is the one she's trying to get. So that we're all clear on that.
So he been gone 4 months, for 5 months now. He has not slept here because he been with her, which is fine with me. But then he came back. I had to keep calling the police because he wants to start tearing up the house, breaking the doors. He choked me and told me he should have killed me.
When did he choke you and tell you that?
What date that was? Let me see. I'm gonna get the date, ma'am. Wait a minute.
I mean, the last 30 days, 60 days,
it was the last 60 days, 30 days, I believe.
Okay. And
I have a recorded, man, where he said he should have killed me because I was telling him you don't put your hand on women, and he said I should have killed you.
Okay. You want to play that?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Okay, just do me a favor. Don't talk while you're playing it, okay? So
Yes, ma'am.
This ought to be good. Threats for death. Yeah, any day now.
Can you come help me put this on the thing? I can't find it.
While she's trying to do that, like this video, do us a favor. We do court 5 days a week and apparently 6 days a week now.
Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay, right here. Okay.
That's more precise. Thank you.
Play it again because she can't hear. Did you hear it, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. All right, Mr. Baker, let me hear from you. What do you have to say?
Your Honor, my wife is a compulsive liar. I never hit my wife in the last in 25 to 26 years we lived together. I never touched that woman. Me and this lady, I've been living in the house less than 3 months ago. So she's lying there. And me and her had an incident. I came in one because every night I would sleep in the car with my daughter because she went down to Peachtree City to the judge down in there, and Maria came to the house one morning, and my daughter had came in the bathroom while I was fixing to brush my teeth that morning, and she had the pillows and the blanket going to sleep in the tub.
Yeah, me talking 5 years ago. He's not talking about recent. He's not talking about recent.
I asked her what was she doing? What was she wanting to sleep in the tub? I said, go to your room and sleep in your room. She said no. So at that time, Maria Baker came in from her break on driving the school bus, broke into the bathroom, and started with my dog. You want to fight me? I'll fight you now. Come on and fight me. You won't fight me? And I'm begging her to let me handle the thing. She said, yeah, she didn't tell you that she cursed me out yesterday. I said, no, she didn't tell me. I said, so I tried to ask my daughter.
Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker.
She cursed Miss Baker out yesterday.
Mr. Baker, tell me when that happened. When did that happen? When did that happen?
I don't know exactly what date or what month it was did it happen.
2018.
That years ago, Mr. Baker?
I don't know exactly how long. I couldn't remember, but
that was when I went to jail.
Hold on, Miss Baker. Hold on, Mr. Baker. Why are you saying
my birthday too?
Why are you saying you should kill her? Why are you saying you should? Why did you say you should kill her?
No, I didn't tell her that I should kill her. In fact, I did say something to that effect. She was talking to the lady, and the lady that's in there now, Kenyatta, and I was being sarcastic with her when she made that statement. And that little lady
sarcasm
in there with her, Kenyatta, Miss Sibley.
Mr. Baker.
We raised that girl.
Mr. Baker.
We raised that girl.
Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker.
Yeah.
About 4 days a week.
So you told her you would kill her to be sarcastic.
Yeah, I was just clowning with her because she had told.
Probably not the best joke, Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker definitely not a Richard Pryor when it comes to sarcasm or being funny. Real quick, let me thank Deborah. Deborah, thank you for the. And I saw, was it you just said your brother's birthday is on Tuesday? Mine is as well. So early happy birthday to your brother. Did y'all understand that the daughter was trying to sleep in the bathtub? She brought her pillow and blanket in there and was sleeping in the bathtub? Because that's what I understood.
Mr. Baker, listen, especially today, we don't clown around and tell people we're going to kill them.
Yeah, I know that. You know,
all right?
But I've been really good.
Mr. Baker. Y'all got to stop this. I'm going to put this one in place. Y'all get a divorce and the judge is doing that, or separation, the judge is doing that, can take care of it. Ms. Baker, let me ask you a couple questions. The one against Ms. Monique Baker.
She's just going to give it to him.
That petition still correct about Ms.
But
Monique Baker?
Judge, can I tell you that?
Hold on, Mr. Baker. Ms. Baker, is everything in your petition okay? Are you still in fear for your safety from Ms. Monique Baker?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You want that in place? Against Ms.
But
Monique Baker.
Judge, can I mention?
Hold on a second, Mr. Baker. Please let me finish talking to Ms. Baker.
All right.
Ms. Baker, and you want that in place against Ms. Monique.
What's that?
Maria,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
want that in place against Monique?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, stand by. Mr. Baker, what else do you want to tell me?
Oh Lord.
Well, when the incident she talking about with Monique,
Sir,
Monique
Baker,
Jack,
Baker, you don't get, Monique didn't show up. I've handled that case. Is there anything else you want to tell me about you?
yeah, well, yeah, I wanted to. I never hit Marie in 20 some odd years.
Okay,
We've been together,
okay.
and I've been
Yeah,
really
You
good.
choked me. You choked me.
Mr. Baker, when the two of you, if y'all go get your separation, the judge that handles that, they can work it out. All right?
Okay, that's fine with me.
Okay. Ms. Baker, if you put your email in, I think we got yours. Honey, Spice, that it? Ms. Baker, we'll email you.
Yes,
copies
ma'am.
of
So,
the-
ma'am. So,
Wow.
ma'am.
I'm
can I
placing
say
them
something?
both in, I'm putting them both in order, in place. We're gonna email you copies of the order, okay? Y'all
Okay,
stay
can I-
safe. Yes.
Ma'am, the order that you gave me, they're not honoring the order. My husband pretending that, you know, he's so sick and he old and this and that. He's still coming around the house. He came around here yesterday twice since
Mr.
you gave me
Baker,
the order.
Mr. Baker, this TPO is in place. It's been in place. If she calls the police, you're gonna get arrested for aggravated stalking. That carries a sentence of up to 10 years. Stay away. Call the police, Ms. Baker. That's what you need.
Thank you.
Mr. Baker's done. He said, I'm
All
out.
right, thank you.
All right, real quick before we jump to the next case. That one was basically cut and dry once he admitted that he had threatened to kill her and all this other stuff. But that was, it's just jokes. Them's jokes. Them's funnies. Judge Manning not having any of it, cutting to the chase. That's why she is the best judge when it comes to TPOs. No one else does it like her. And we'll learn that really quick here in a second as we get ready to head
Alexander Howard.
to Judge Dude. Judge Dude. Heading over to Judge Dude.
I'm not asking this at all. I'm not dragging you into that. All right. He's connected. I mean,
that's a ceiling fan, Judge. We're gonna move forward with
one of these. And
I know that sounds like I don't even know
I
what
mean,
to do to get.
But he's not even looking.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe he had laid the phone. It looks like we're looking straight up at the ceiling, and so I'm thinking what happened is that the phone has been laid on a table or something, and so it's just looking up at the ceiling fan. But
Wait, Miss Brown, was Mr. Pastor one of the people that emailed you earlier today?
I can go check. Hold on one moment.
At least if we got an email, we could email him really quick or something.
Mr. Baker was spicy.
All right, while we're doing that, Miss Dowd, I'll go ahead and ask if you would please raise your right hand for me. Do you swear any statements you make to the court today will be the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down.
She looks very distraught. And
no, he's not one of them.
Are we just going to do it with his ceiling fan?
Well, the silver lining there is that if he had somewhere to be or had technical difficulties, he has not contacted the court and alerted us to that fact. So, well, I can see that right now he's not connected to audio. He's also not in frame on the camera, nor has he changed his behavior, I guess, or responded in any way to the fact that he has been removed from the waiting room and put back into this room. And so given that it is 5:38 p.m., I'm going to begin the hearing. And if I need to provide him a summation, should he rejoin or choose to join at any point, then I will do that. You filed this petition, ma'am, on January the 30th. And at the time, you indicated you were living with the respondent. Is that correct?
Yes.
Have you two ever been married or had children together?
No.
You two ever been in any kind of dating relationship, or were you simply roommates?
Simply roommates.
Were there other people living at this residence as well?
Yes.
Okay, and is this through some sort of company, landlord type situation, or was this through an individual?
Yes, it's through a company called Pat Split.
Okay. And so, in my experience with these with places like this, usually there are individual spaces. You would have a room that is yours, and then there are common areas and shared bathrooms. Is that about right?
Correct.
All right. And you outlined an event that took place um, on January 10th that he approached you and regarding a police matter. Tell me about that.
Yes, on January 10th, it was around noon. I was in the shower. I exited and I was only in my towel and sandals, and he immediately came from around the corner, which is the kitchen area, and he started saying, BITCH, you have one more time to report me. You effing this. And all I knew is I just took off running. He took off after me. I ran into my room. I closed the door. And the next thing I know is there was a man there that cleans the rooms once someone moves out. He knocked on my door and said, what is going on here? I'm worried. This guy's screaming and yelling. And the guy literally came from around the corner where his room is on the opposite side. So there's a staircase. My room is room 6. And it's when you come down, I'm to the left. When you come down and you go to Leon's room, old room, he goes to the right. So he came from around his room, and the guy had to hold him back. He was like, BITCH, I have you on camera filming me. I swear you have one more time. I'm tired of you effing reporting me. I'm so tired of this SHIT. You watch what I do. And next thing I know, I hurried up, I closed the door. The guy, the maintenance man, the cleaner, he knocked on the room and said, I'm
Kenny
gonna
Omega.
report this to Pat Split because I don't know what's going on, but I'm worried. He was worried. So I immediately called the police. I had to run and get dressed. I was still wet. And they came and he was like, I think she's crazy. She wants me, telling them lies. She wants me, and that's why she's upset. I said, this man literally chased me while I was in his house, saying that I reported him for loud music and that he was going to get even. As soon as the police officers left, he said, fucking bitch, stupid weird ass hoe. Just watch what I do. Keep playing with me. And so I immediately turned on my camera. He just kept going. He kept going. I walked past this room. He just kept going. After that, anytime I walked past him, he was stupid fucking bitch.
What made her decide to stop spelling words and just started going right into this very creepy monologue with tons of curse words? So we're understanding that this was like a boarding house. She lived there. Leon lived there as well. And apparently there was some incidents, and they shared a bathroom that was at the end of the hall. And she had to walk down the hall in a towel. I would not do that. I'd take my clothes with me.
Stupid fucking hoe. Weird hoe. Watch what I do. Just watch me. And it was things were so bad. Things were so bad for 2 weeks.
So do you know if he was served with the protective order?
They handed it to him. There were 3 officers that showed up on February 3rd when he was told he could not stay there anymore, that he was banned. And
Now, this is a weird question you might not know the answer to. Were they police? Like, do you know what agency they were with?
DeKalb County.
And were they police or were they sheriff?
They were not sheriff. They were just police.
Okay, so we're missing some documentation, and that explains why. So he left the premises on that day. Is that right?
Yes.
And have you heard anything from him since then?
No, not since then.
Okay, and when he was chasing you, because you said it sounded like you stepped out, and I wasn't clear if you meant of the shower or of the bathroom, but what room of the house were you in when you first heard him saying stuff to you?
I had just stepped out of the bathroom, and I was in my towel, and that's when I jumped when he came around the corner and he started screaming and yelling.
So you were making your way from the bathroom back to your room, and that's when he confronted you.
Yes.
And then did he come in your room at that time?
No, I hurried up and I slammed the door shut. So it locks automatically when you shut it.
Oh, each door has its own lock that's like
Yeah.
personalized to you. Okay. And so how close to you did he get when he was yelling all these things?
He was about, let's see, he was
Was he
about,
within our
Oh my
so
God.
he's well within arm's reach. I mean,
I just ran. I took off running. When I saw him, I just took off running.
okay. All right.
I don't know if Leon's going to come in here and testify or not, but are you guys believing everything she's saying? I mean, she seems convincing and she was a little over dramatic at the beginning, but what's the consensus? What do you guys think? Thank you, Gary.
All right. Based on the testimony that you've provided regarding your behavior on that day, it sounds like you were certainly in fear of immediately receiving a violent injury based on the fact you were willing to run and distance yourself from the encounter and slam the door. So I am going to grant the protective order. It will order that he stay away from the residence. It will not be a portion of this order that he take family violence intervention, given the nature of the relationship between the parties. It will order that he have no contact with you for any reason in any way. That includes electronically, telephone, social media, email, whatever. And then he should be staying away from the residence that you shared up until the time that he was served. This has been a lengthy calendar today.
So we went ahead and granted the TPO, even though all we had was Leon's ceiling fan testifying. I mean, I guess it's a good call. I would think so. I mean, Leon doesn't have any kind of rebuttal, nothing. So, I mean, all he's got to go on is what she's saying. So definitely a win for her. If you're new here, we cover court cases live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. With these TPO cases, if you don't record them, which unauthorized recording doesn't have anything to do with people who are doing this kind of thing. It's for people that are involved in the case. If you like this kind of thing, we do it 5 days a week. We have a huge backlog of cases that we have to go through. So that's why on Saturdays, I'm going to try and get through some of these cases we can't cover during the week, but they're still definitely worth checking out. I mean, today we had 3 great cases. If you're just getting here, I highly recommend you rewind this because there's a lot of goodness in there. I like to think so. We have a great community, some of the best people you could ever want to have hanging around. There's no drama, none of that craziness. I did not hear what it said at all. I missed that part. But yeah, we have a good time with a lot of court cases. And we ask you, if you only want to watch the court cases, we have a channel called We Got a Case. Only thing you'll ever see there are court-related matters. That's it. If you subscribe to the Credence and Bishop Show, you're going to get a lot of everything. A whole lot, from car chases. We had a live car chase last night. That was incredible. If you missed it, I highly recommend you watch it because we had people shooting out of the car at the police during our live chase. So if you like that kind of stuff, we got that too. Our biggest crowd we've ever had for court, over 250 of you were here today. That means a lot. I really appreciate that. And yeah, the chat is number one. And we really appreciate it. So if nothing else, if you had a good time, like the video. I really appreciate that. And well, yeah, I guess it was such a good chase. Such a good chase. I guess it would be time for me to oh, you like the Howard Stern clips. We have tons of those. And I appreciate that too. Coming from my radio background, I'm a huge fan of Howard Stern back in the day. I still listen to him here and there. I love Riley. I love Ronnie. Good old Ronnie.
Whoa. Stop the clock.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and thank everybody who was nice enough to be here today. Thank you. And to all the new people, we appreciate you being here, joining us. You're very welcome, Rose. And yeah, let's take a second and bless the crowd who were nice enough to send over the PPs and the super chats and the super thanks. Without you guys, this channel could not continue on. It just wouldn't happen. 90s Howard Stern, early 2000s. That was my wheelhouse. That's back when I was doing radio too. So again, from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. You're the best. If you get what we're doing, you'll love it. You'll have a good time. If you want to see a lawyer sit here and stare at the camera and do nothing, plenty of those. But if you're looking for a good time, this is it. This is the place. Bigfoot, Iowa golfer, Lisa, Miss Nutty Nut, Mayor Billy, oh Billy, Dick Harris, Cole, BNE, Fire Captain Griggsy, Lisa again, Mayor, Mama Tried, Iowa golfer, Lisa. Oh, see, I was two different Lisas. See, Lisa and see, I messed that up. I messed it up. I blew it right there at the end. How did I do that? We'll do it again. From Lisa. Lisa, thank you. Mayor, Mama Tried. Iowa golfer Lisa, who it looks like it says Iowa Goaler, PP. And Gary, of course. All right. It's Saturday. I'm supposed to have the weekend off. But I'm here. And so are you. Just remember this. No matter what, no matter how bad things get, at least you're not sitting in court like these people. And if anyone ever asks you, who loves you? You tell them Mikey. Because I love you, baby.
Cocaine down to the ground.